What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Sons of Legends. It's your boy Art Dog here with your homeboy MJ Gunner.
What's good? What's good? What's good? How's it going, ladies and gentlemen?
What's good with it? We got a couple guests on the line today.
Two of them. Got our main man Dean back on the line. Yeah. And got our boy Wes. Yeah, he back. What's up, Wes?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas?
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about the Rumble today, which was great to me.
I love it.
I mean, the Royal Rumble is like a staple for everybody, for real. It's like top 4 pay-per-views of the year, one of the major 4. Everybody is excited about it. The one thing I can say that I did not get from this Rumble is one meaningful return. I didn't get that.
You think so?
I didn't get that. I mean, we got Jillian. I think the most meaningful return for me was Naomi.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
That's true.
Yeah. It wasn't like when Edge came back last year.
No, see, we didn't get that moment.
That'll never happen again.
Like I lost my mind when he came back last year. It was the same as when the Hardys came back for WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's one of those. We didn't get that.
We didn't get that one, but it was some surprises.
It was some good ones too. It was some good ones. All right, so let's talk about the kickoff. How it started with the women's tag team title match. Mm-hmm. Wes, how was your feelings towards the women's tag team title match?
That was a good matchup, but I didn't like the outcome.
How come?
I did not like the outcome of the matchup.
Okay, so for the people who didn't see it or didn't get a chance or don't know, Lacey Evans and Ric Flair came out mid-match. Distracted Charlotte. Ric Flair gave Lacey some brass knucks, and she got popped with the woman's right. Nia Jax dropped the leg, and we got new women's tag team champions. Now, I can say that this is the only outcome that made sense for Charlotte and Asuka to lose the titles.
Yeah. I agree with that, most definitely. And I think we all know why it makes sense.
I said that it made sense because eventually we all knew that Charlotte is going to want to go for that women's title.
Of course.
And the level of difference, for people who didn't see it, the level of disrespect by Lacey and
Rick is just classic. It's just classic.
It was real disrespect.
I mean,
I loved every bit
the robe. I mean, that came at the Rumble, but I mean, them coming out, her strutting.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick's just strutting on the top, and Lacey just comes out of nowhere. Pretty much.
The disrespect was great.
I mean, it's epic at this point.
True disrespect in that matchup. True disrespect.
Not just that, but how could you decide who's going to take the pinfall between Asuka and Charlotte when it comes to a tag team match? Both of these women are, I mean, technically the most dominant women in WWE.
And well protected, both of them. Protected like they're pieces of gold or something.
Here we go.
It's true.
No.
Here we go.
So they're not protected. So they're not. So they don't get protected losses.
Protected.
Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
Protected is somebody never kicking out of your finisher. Protected is never losing a match.
Okay, so Asuka losing the Raw Women's title via countout is not protected. Charlotte Flair losing the NXT Women's title while she's wrapped up in. Who was it?
The figure 8 with Rhea
Ripley is not protected. Okay, if they had to make doubly sure they knew that Charlotte cannot get there.
But Charlotte has been pinned clean by plenty of people.
I'm just saying they're very well protected. Both of them, they are. Art. This is not something that should be disputed. Like even as Charlotte and Asuka fans, you should know enough to be able to admit this.
You won't even let Wes get a word in.
Go ahead, Wes.
Matt,
what's up?
You speaking off of unbiased opinion against Charlotte. You speaking unbiased.
I mean, he's biased.
He's not biased.
Not biased.
She is protected. So is Asuka.
But the thing is, I'm just saying, who better to protect than them?
Even tonight, protected loss.
But she still lost. She took the pin. Asuka
No,
didn't
she
take it.
went by the traditional rules. If somebody who they want to invest their money in, they not gonna lose clean, so they did it the way that they normally
Exactly. You have to keep Charlotte on top because
I ain't mean to cut you off,
go ahead.
but my only issue with Charlotte is I'm not saying that she's a terrible wrestler by any means. I'm not saying that she don't deserve the accolades that she got. The only issue that I have is because they gave her all these accolades in a short span of time, because now it's like, okay, I'm getting all this now. What is she going to have to offer? Because she done everything. Like, that's my viewpoint on it.
It's still more to do.
That's what I'm saying, because at what point do we reach, okay, we done seen her do this, she done did this, okay, so now we just gonna get a rinse and repeat?
As far as the women are concerned, there's always new heights to reach, because nobody's ever reached the accolade
and my
of
whole
a guy.
issue with that is they not even giving nobody else the chance, because
That's
they
crap.
keep giving it. I think I'm not gonna say
that's complete BS to me, because
BS.
Becky was on top for a longer span of time. Bayley was on top for a longer span of time. Hell, Ronda Rousey was on top for a longer span of time.
Becky wouldn't even got
all of Charlotte's title reigns have been short and sweet.
This is what I'm saying. Becky wouldn't even got her shot if Nia wouldn't even cracked her in the face. That's how Becky took off.
But they were already investing in Becky. By having her come to Raw and embarrass Ronda Rousey, which was their GOAT at the time.
I know who Ronda Rousey is, but at the same time, she wasn't
at the time, Ronda was the money at the time. She was the champion. Becky came straight over there, and when they cut to the scene backstage, Ronda was face down in the disarmor and never touched Becky that night.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I know, because Becky was already being invested in. Already. Now, the fact that Nia cracked her nose, that made the audience go, oh, that's a tough chick.
Yeah.
The company already said it. It just made us go, she's a tough chick.
I already knew that.
I don't exactly like this argument, though, to be completely honest with you. I mean, as much as I detest Charlotte Flair,
Becky is the most protected person I've ever seen.
There's not many who do it better. And
nobody.
Until there's somebody who does it better, she's going to keep getting these opportunities. And as much as I hate it, it's true.
And not just that, bro. I'm telling you, it's not just that. It's the fact that Becky Lynch was the most protected. I've never seen Stone Cold put over any woman.
That's true.
Ever.
No woman, but there was a different time then, too.
I wouldn't give a fuck what time it was.
I'm saying, but it was a different time then.
It was a year and a half ago.
Literally, the dudes ran the ship at that time. Like, come on, dude. Like, think about it.
Within the past 10 years, name one major champion to be put over like Becky was. Becky got the nod from The Rock, from Austin, from every single person that came in. She can't get that.
That is true.
Becky was way more than protected.
That's true.
Meanwhile, Charlotte was on Raw facing jobbers.
For like 3 months, though, Art. For like
still,
she was like what they was doing to Brian when
it gave y'all the chance to give somebody else the spotlight, and nobody else took it except the other horsewomen. That's why they're always on top.
That's true.
Because they're dependable.
As soon as somebody outshines those 4 women, then they'll get that shot.
And right now, the one person that's showing that they can shine is Bianca Belair.
But I've always been to Bianca Belair.
We got that tonight.
And we got that tonight.
And that was my pick for the Rumble. Way before anything, I called for her to win.
I did not think that they were going to let her do it.
I did.
I called it too.
And I'm going to tell you why. And I said it earlier. I said when I watched that combine that they had, I'm like, Bianca finna do it. That's when I knew it.
I called Bianca a star a long time ago. She was in NXT, and I saw actually a video package of her. And I saw her combine numbers. I saw her running track. I saw her gymnastics. And I'm like, this chick is something special.
She was outperforming the dude.
And I picked her to win the Mae Young Classic. She didn't.
Nah, she didn't.
I picked her and Shayna Baszler, and they both lost. The next year, I picked Rhea Ripley. She lost. You know what I'm saying? But out of those picks, each one of my picks became a star over the people that won that classic.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think Bianca Belair really arrived tonight in WWE. She was
did.
number 3, and she went the entire distance in that whole match, and she went on to win it. Like, we've not seen a performance from one of the women in the Royal Rumble like that, like ever. Like, this is the first one where one's actually running the table.
Yeah.
You know?
And I knew she wasn't finna get all them eliminations off either.
Well, she still got some. She got some important ones.
But she didn't act the fool like she did last year, and I knew that was coming. But that was my pick.
I felt like it's not the eliminations that count, it's who you eliminate that counts.
That's true.
And she got some really important eliminations. She eliminated Bayley.
Yep.
Which was very
We knew that
important.
was coming. Yep.
Because that's going to keep this storyline going on SmackDown that we need to see.
Yeah.
Because her and Bayley got a good thing going.
Yeah.
They can cut it with all the side stuff, the side shows, obstacle courses, and shit like that.
Right.
They can cut that shit short. But the rivalry is good. And now it's time for Bianca to go over.
Yeah, it's true. And, you know, I know it's kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but I am, like, super excited to think that the possibility of Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania, that match would be awesome, in my opinion.
It is, but Sasha finna drop that belt.
Not before WrestleMania. I don't want to hear it.
Not before WrestleMania.
No, possible.
It's a possibility, but I don't think it's going to happen. But at WrestleMania, Bianca finna take that title. I don't care what nobody talking about.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
The hottest new talents in pro wrestling today are in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. Subscribe today for all the action. YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling AZ. Catch the excitement.
Previously on Broken Link Radio.
Jim, do you have any idea what's going on with Kim Jong-un right now? Everything's cool.
Oh, all good.
He was hiding from coronavirus. As an intelligence officer, if you can't tell if somebody's dead or alive, that's pretty rough. That's a big miss.
That's pretty big. So he's going to get anti-aircraft artillery, but it's based on like a group of like a Jewish guy or like a Jewish group of, I don't know if they're spies or what. It was a tab that I created. And
Broken Link Radio.
You know that I'm greedy for love.
Be sure to check out Arizona Wrestling Federation action on February 13th as the AWF returns to the AWF Arena in Phoenix with dire consequence. Buy tickets now at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com. Hey everybody, this is JP, the Man of Steel here on RGTR. If you enjoy what you hear on my sports updates, hey, be sure to join me starting on February 18th as I'll be joined by Paul Baker and U.S. Army soldier Jordan Cruz as we discuss all the latest and greatest sports happenings from Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the National Football League, and the National Basketball Association right here on RGTR with Kings at the Round Table. You're going to get sports discussion and a roundtable discussion that is truly fit for a king. Again, check out Kings of the Round Table every Thursday night starting on February 18th, right here on RGTR, Sports That Matter.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
I agree with this. You're going to take the title come WrestleMania.
It's either gonna be Mania or it's gonna be the night after.
I'd be okay with that.
Mania.
I really would be.
I'm kind of skeptical, guys, because this is my problem. Bianca's still green, yo.
Yeah.
And
She is.
WWE has a real thing about giving us what we want and then snatching it right back. You know what I mean? They'll give you Asuka winning the Royal Rumble, but they will not give you Asuka beating Charlotte for the title at WrestleMania. They'll give you Shinsuke winning the Rumble, but they will not let him beat AJ for the title at the Royal Rumble.
True.
They will give you Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble, but they'd be damned if he beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
And they gave us who was it? They gave us Naomi winning the title. They stripped her of the title before her 30 days was up when they was still doing the quote-unquote 30-day rule.
Right, when she
came back before her 30 days was up. And I told them, I said, they just gonna do that because we said something. She ain't finna be champ again. Same thing I said about Kofi. I said Kofi ain't finna be champ long.
But they did give Naomi the belt back at Mania.
Yeah, they did. In her hometown.
In her hometown. I mean, that was like a real highlight. But at the same time, bro, they just snatched it right back away from her. You know what I'm saying?
Personally, I think that anybody could go over in this match because it will be that great. Like, I'm looking for a barn buster in this match.
I am too, because the athleticism of Bianca Belair and the wrestling experience of Sasha Banks, and with Sasha being the actual general, with somebody who can listen and do everything she tells them to do, this is
going to be
a classic. Like, I mean, a for real classic.
I'm the biggest Sasha Banks mark in the world, and I would not mind if she lost this match. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah, it's one of those, I mean, and not to mention, man, I mean, the prowess of the black power that's in this motherfucking main event.
True.
You know what I mean? And we've been itching for a black main event for a straight major title.
Yeah. We're going to get it at WrestleMania. I gotta hope so.
And we're going to get it. And I mean, the outfits are going to be fly. The entrances are going to be fly.
I was a tad bit upset because I saw the outfit that Bianca had on.
And the NXT?
No, the one she had on SmackDown. And then the one she had on, I said, damn, she should have saved that for the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean,
because the one she had on Friday was fire.
But I mean, Bianca, she switch it up. Like,
yeah, she do.
You know,
so
I give it to her.
So, how do you feel about this match that might happen between Sasha and Bianca Belair?
I think this matchup is not gonna happen.
Really?
Even though I know,
you think she's gonna pick somebody else?
I think it's gonna be somebody else. It's gonna be Bianca Belair against somebody else. It's not gonna be Sasha Banks. Even though we want it, the fans want it. I actually think deep down inside of myself, this match is not gonna happen.
No,
I don't think she's gonna pick Asuka. Crazy. No way.
There's no way she's going to Raw.
Nuh-uh. She just got to SmackDown.
I'm saying though,
the reason why is because Montez is on SmackDown.
Exactly.
What's the reason, Wes?
You got two fan favorites fight each other at WrestleMania?
Yeah. That's the only place where two fan favorites can fight each other.
Yeah.
This match
That's the only place. Whether it's Goldberg versus Rock, Stone Cold versus Rock, or, you know,
AJ and
Shinsuke, or Charlotte and Asuka. I mean, WrestleMania is the Rhea and Charlotte. That's the only place where two faces.
This is the stage.
The biggest one I can think of is Warrior and Hogan.
Yeah, this is the stage where these dream matches take place, man. Where two faces can be there, and it's all right.
Yeah, and you have to choose.
Yeah.
I gotta go with it.
Okay. Since y'all put it that way, okay.
Yeah, I believe that it's gonna happen, because not only is WWE not gonna miss out on all this money they're gonna make with this match, but the fans have already started calling for it. Already. The moment Bianca won that Rumble, the internet was just already like Sasha Bianca.
Yeah.
The same way they did when they found out that Sasha and Asuka was going to fight at SummerSlam. The place went nuts. They wanted that. And they gave us a great match too.
They did.
Okay.
Sasha and Asuka have great chemistry.
They're going to have it at Mania. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the main event, but it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
I wanted to be the main event.
I think you're about the co-main event or something like that.
No, I feel like they'll never let the women main event again after the travesty of what happened with Ronda, Charlotte, and Sasha. I mean, Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky.
So, speaking of Sasha, you guys want to talk about her and Reggie a few weeks ago on SmackDown?
What, the one where he just did all the reverses like we was playing 2K13? Like we was playing 2K13 and 14 on the Xbox?
Okay,
that boy had unlimited reversals in real life.
Last time I was on this show, I kind of gave an uninformed opinion. Apparently Reggie performs with a circus, and he's one of those trapeze guys. So
he was super athletic. Basically, Matt's eating his words because he
Can
said...
I eat my words, please, Art?
Reggie wasn't going to be able to do
that. Please eat my words.
I want to say one thing before
ahead.
you eat your words.
What?
I don't trust people with Stevie Wonder liners.
And anyway, as I was saying, I was obviously wrong, and that's my bad. I mean, it's one time in the whole history of WWE where a manager actually looks good in one of these matches. Like, can you guys think of any other time where a wrestler wrestles a manager and the manager does not get steamrolled over? Because I can't.
You know why you're eating your words now?
Why?
Because you didn't eat your booty-o, son.
Yeah, you're very
But make
funny.
sure that you ain't booty.
It's very
First off. Now, first off, Reggie actually had a great match with Sasha without even being able to touch her. He never touched her one time. And all he did was basically reverse everything she did. She tried to throw him into the steps. He'd jump on the steps, do a front flip. She tried to throw him into the ropes. He'd backflip out of them. He'd stand on the apron. She'd sweep his legs. He'd backflip away from it. You know what I'm saying? So he was basically doing a circus act around her and couldn't touch her. But when she finally caught him, she caught him in a bank statement, which was really sloppy.
Yeah.
But after all that he did, it still was a pretty impressive match to never be able to touch her.
And it made me think of one of our title matches from back in the day where people were just reversing. It was crazy.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
The hottest new talents in pro wrestling today are in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. Subscribe today for all the action. YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling AZ. Catch the excitement.
Previously on Broken Link Radio.
Jim, do you have any idea what's going on with Kim Jong-un right now? Everything's cool.
Oh, all good.
He was hiding from coronavirus. As an intelligence officer, if you can't tell if somebody's dead or alive, that's pretty rough. That's a big miss.
That's pretty big. So he's going to get anti-aircraft artillery, but it's based on like a group of like a Jewish guy or like a Jewish group of, I don't know if they're spies or what. It was a tab that I created. And
Broken Link Radio.
You know that I'm greedy for love.
Be sure to check out Arizona Wrestling Federation action on February 13th as the AWF returns to the AWF Arena in Phoenix with dire consequence. Buy tickets now at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com. Hey everybody, this is JP, the Man of Steel here on RGTR. If you enjoy what you hear on my sports updates, hey, be sure to join me starting on February 18th as I'll be joined by Paul Baker and U.S. Army soldier Jordan Cruz as we discuss all the latest and greatest sports happenings from Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the National Football League, and the National Basketball Association right here on RGTR with Kings at the Round Table. You're going to get sports discussion and a roundtable discussion that is truly fit for a king. Again, check out Kings at the Round Table every Thursday night starting on February 18th right here on RGTR, Sports That Matter.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
That's all he did. I mean, he couldn't never touch her.
It's like, how does he got unlimited reversals? I can't do nothing.
That one coming though.
But
like we know the WWE don't play that intergender stuff. We probably
It made me think of when I played Arthur for the first time when we was playing. He reversed everything I did, and I was highly upset.
But I'm just saying,
I lost that match, but it didn't matter. He had unlimited reversals, and Reginald did unlimited reversals in real life.
He
see,
he's very athletic.
He did, and the one reversal he did where he did the shit. I mean, can we kill somebody?
All the time.
Okay, so he did the shit where he reversed and did some kind of twist into a dive and rolled up and just stood up and looked at her like she was nothing.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, if Reggie plans on being a wrestler, this is the worst route to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he plans on transitioning into the ring, starting off with women is the worst. Ask James Ellsworth. You can go nowhere. You can't even contend with the men if you're getting beat by the women. Now, if he just plans on staying a manager and doing, this
manager stuff.
Yeah, this what do they call them?
Sommelier.
Yeah,
it's not sommelier.
Sommelier.
I keep calling him Jesse Smollett, and that's because of Dave Chappelle, but I'm
right. Okay, so
Sommelier.
if he wants to keep doing that and tag around with the champion, whoever she may be, and eventually turn into like a Sonny or a Paul Heyman.
I still think he gonna Kofi Kingston us. I feel like he's just gonna be talking one day and that accent is just gonna disappear.
Well, he's actually not French. He just speaks different languages.
I'm just saying, I feel like he gonna Kofi Kingston us.
But see, that was my point that I was making about Cesaro. Cesaro speaks 7 different languages, but he has no actual accent where anyone can relate to him.
I mean, he got one, but
what is it from?
I don't know, but he's been talking the same way since I've ever heard him talk.
But that's the thing. He sounds like a robot from where?
I don't know.
He doesn't sound like he's Mexican. He doesn't sound Australian. He doesn't even sound like where he's from, which is Switzerland.
Okay.
He doesn't have a dialect to relate to. That's what's probably holding him back. If Paul Heyman wouldn't have been focused on Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania, maybe him being paired with Heyman would have worked.
It would have worked. Because Brock came back.
Let's revoke Brock. You right.
It would have worked.
I think so too.
Yeah, because that was right when he started doing the King of Swing.
Yes.
And then Brock came back and Paul Heyman went to him. He was like, I already know. Which I think was nonsense because Cesaro always, when Vince said, the audience don't connect with him, what audience are you listening to?
No, because everybody has Cesaro section signs.
Yeah, because Cesaro been our dude for a long time.
The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, that was the moment.
Yeah, but that didn't mean that. That's just some made up. Okay, when was the last Greatest Rumble we had? That's just some stuff they made up.
But no, it wasn't the fact that it was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It was the fact that how he won it. You remember at the end, he fucking uppercutted and press lift the Big Show.
And even Hogan said, my moment was great when I slammed Andre the Giant. He said, but he picked him up and held him there.
And threw him over the top rope.
Yeah, Cesaro dump strong for no reason. He always been like that.
And that moment, the crowd connected with. They ran with him. They was riding with him. They was behind him. They put Paul Heyman with them. And then Paul Heyman kept taking Cesaro's time talking about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Which was dumb wrong of him. That was so wrong of him to do that.
I feel that. All right. Getting back to the Royal Rumble, though, was
Speaking of
Sasha Banks and Carmella. What do you guys think of this match?
I thought it was mediocre.
It was.
Very mediocre. This is very unlike Sasha Banks to have a match like this. But it was more focused on the line between her and Reggie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once Reggie got put out, the match picked up a little bit. But the whole first 10 minutes of it was focused on Reggie not letting Carmella get hurt. At least it felt like it to me.
No, that's what it was.
And that's what it was. She'd get thrown out the ring, he'd catch her. Sasha go for a baseball slide, he'd pull her out the way.
Yeah.
It was basically what AJ Styles was with Big Homie outside the ring.
Almost. That's what
you already knew what was gonna happen.
But they did have a pretty cool spot, Sasha Banks and Reggie did. Okay, so Sasha falls to the outside, Reggie catches her. Reggie's getting ready to throw Sasha Banks to the ground. Sasha head scissors him, and then he cartwheeled to land on his feet.
That's just
pretty sick.
But that's just their way of kind of showcasing him too, without really showcasing him. At least that's how I took it.
And I'm hoping that it doesn't go wrong.
Right, because
him doing this with women, if he decides to transition into wrestling, maybe cruiserweight division or any of that, it's gonna go bad.
Because he already got knocked against him. You done already tapped out to
Sasha Banks. Yeah, you tapped out to Sasha. So a Chad Gable ankle lock should be excruciating.
Right. You can't come out here and be like, oh, I'm finna do this and do that. And, man, you done tapped out to Sasha. If you don't get up out my face like that.
He never touched her.
He never touched her, no. He made it look good, but I already knew that.
He never touched her. So if he actually does throw a drop kick or something.
And let's not act like these are the women wrestlers from back in the day.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Like these women do know what they're doing in a wrestling ring.
Yeah, they can probably
some of them will put
take
hands
half
on you
of
for
the
real.
half of the guys.
There's a few of them I honestly believe will put hands on you.
Let's not put it all the way there, fellas.
Oh, let's look at Becky.
Tamina is one of them. She won, I feel like, in real life.
Man,
you talk to
Nia
her
will
crazy.
knock you out, bro.
Yeah, Nia too.
Yeah, like they got some heavy hitters.
You out. Okay, so yeah, Sasha retains her title against Carmella, and we're feeling like Bianca Belair is up next. I'm hoping that's where this is going.
Too.
Let's start cutting. Well, let's hold out. Let's wait till the next pay-per-view, then we'll start cutting the promos with Sasha and Bianca. Let's have Bayley be salty about Bianca throwing her out. Attack her maybe
that's
next
what's
week.
gonna happen.
Yeah, attack her next week. Let's get this going. Get Bianca a win under her belt under a former champion, because I don't think she's beaten a former champ yet.
She just beat Bayley on SmackDown.
She just beat Bayley on Friday.
And she beat Bayley on SmackDown.
Okay, good. Okay, so as long as, she can get maybe another win or two, and then maybe another former champion, she'll start to build that momentum to go towards WrestleMania, and it'll be believable.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
The hottest new talents in pro wrestling today are in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. Subscribe today for all the action. YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling AZ. Catch the excitement.
Previously on Broken Link Radio.
Jim, do you have any idea what's going on with Kim Jong-un right now? Everything's cool.
Oh, all good.
He was hiding from coronavirus. As an intelligence officer, if you can't tell if somebody's dead or alive, that's pretty rough. That's a big miss.
That's pretty big. So he's going to get anti-aircraft artillery, but it's based on like a group of Jewish guy or like a Jewish group of, I don't know if they're spies or what. It was a tab that I created. And
Broken Link Radio.
You know that I'm greedy for love.
Be sure to check out Arizona Wrestling Federation action on February 13th as the AWF returns to the AWF Arena in Phoenix with dire consequence. Buy tickets now at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com. Hey everybody, this is JP, the Man of Steel, here on RGTR. If you enjoy what you hear on my sports updates, hey, be sure to join me starting on February 18th as I'll be joined by Paul Baker and U.S. Army soldier Jordan Cruz as we discuss all the latest and greatest sports happenings from Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the National Football League, and the National Basketball Association right here on RGTR with Kings at the Round Table. You're going to get sports discussion and a roundtable discussion that is truly fit for a king. Again, check out Kings at the Round Table every Thursday night starting on February 18th right here on RGTR, Sports That Matter.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
Right.
Yeah. I can't see her taking a loss for real between now and WrestleMania. They don't let her win the Rumble.
I can't see it either.
So,
yeah, I mean, the last person that won the Rumble, Drew McIntyre, straight to the
that's
top.
what I'm saying. So,
straight to the top. And that was the last new person to win the Royal Rumble.
Right. So,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody else that's won the Royal Rumble has either won before or has had a championship before.
Speaking of McIntyre and Goldberg happened tonight.
go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, that ended up the way I said it was going to end up. I said that, man, I gave it 5 minutes. I don't even think it went that long. I could be wrong.
I gave that matchup a half a star. I'm sorry.
Because it went the way you thought it was going to go. You was like, okay, they finna kick her, they finna do a bunch of false finishes, and then ultimately, Drew McIntyre gonna hit him with the Claymore, match over with. The only thing I thought that could work was pretty much, I think what you said.
I honestly
Goldberg was gonna win it, and then Fiend was gonna get in there somewhere and do all that other shit, but...
No, I thought what my prediction was, Goldberg's gonna win against Drew McIntyre in kind of a squash match. I think Brock Lesnar was gonna come back at the Rumble, and Brock's gonna win the Rumble, and we're gonna have Brock and Goldberg at WrestleMania. That was my prediction.
Well, thank God that didn't happen.
I'm happy that it didn't happen.
Because I was dreading Goldberg squashing Drew McIntyre because Drew McIntyre has been doing some great work for over a year now.
Yep.
And Drew McIntyre got this big win tonight over Goldberg. Yeah, it was Claymore, Spear, Jackhammer, etc., etc. But I'm just happy Drew McIntyre came out on the other side of it with the title.
He had to. He had to.
It wasn't no choice.
Because nobody's ever recovered from losing to Goldberg.
KO never been near the main event again. At least never held the title again.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the only person to ever beat Brock in this recent run, I think, was Goldberg. I mean, outside of...
just Drew. Goldberg.
Ain't nobody really beat Brock.
Seth Rollins.
Rollins
beat him at WrestleMania.
Cena's gotten Brock, hasn't he?
I'm talking about this
recent run.
The Roman got Brock.
From the point where he came back and demolished John Cena.
Yeah.
Taker's got Brock, hasn't
he? Taker beat him, but he made him pass out, so he never pinned him or anything.
Roman beat Brock. Rollins beat Brock.
Yeah, Rollins. I mean, actually,
that was at WrestleMania. That was the greatest heist. I remember that.
But Brock has been.
He beat him at WrestleMania for the Universal title.
Yeah, but Brock has been making people look great.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
To win, even by winning, they still look great. Like Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe.
The only, again,
Braun Strowman's the only one he would not give any love.
The only issue I ever had with Brock was, I remember Brock when he wanted to fight for real, when he wanted to wrestle, he made that shit look great. And that's not to say he didn't put other people over, but I was tired of okay, we finna go in here. He finna German suplex a motherfucker a bunch of times. He gonna get a couple knees and punches, and then the match over with F5, we done. He didn't used to do that.
No, he stopped doing that a while ago, because I gotta admit, after the Braun Strowman feud, because he demolished Braun, the whole feud.
That's it.
The whole way through. After that, he really started showing love to them. Because he made the little guys look amazing. Finn Balor, Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe smashed Brock. And still lost, but he smashed Brock.
They stopped that storyline. Were you talking about that Great Balls of Fire?
Yeah,
smashed.
They stopped that quick, because I was like, okay, Samoa probably finna win this. They had me sucking for a minute.
They had me sucking with a lot of them.
Because when he came in Brock like that, I'm like, ooh.
Nobody put their hands on Paul Heyman. Nobody.
The Rey Mysterio thing was crazy, because after they turned it into No Holds Barred, I felt like Rey was going to win.
I thought so too. Like for a few minutes, I thought Rey was going to win this thing.
When Dominic interfered and they did the double 619 double frog splash, I really thought Rey was about to win.
That's it, man. It's over right there. That's what I thought.
I thought Rey was going to pull up right then and there. I'm like, oh, Rey going to pull up right here. Rey going to do it. Rey going to do it.
That's what WWE does for you, though. It gives you that feeling of belief, and nobody else does it better than them to make you believe that the smallest guy can beat this monstrous dude.
Yeah. But No, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna go to the next match, but you go ahead and get your thoughts off.
This is entirely off subject and it's old, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that really had me out when my dude Sting came back with AEW. I don't know who did his theme music or who came up with his intro.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That shit was so fire to me.
That was pretty
It
cool.
really, to me, I liked the Sting entrance when he came to WWE, but that Sting felt like the old WCW Sting to me.
And
I'm talking about as far as the intro and all that.
I don't think so.
It made
you couldn't redo that Sting if you
No,
tried.
I wasn't saying redo the Sting, but I said that was the closest thing that I had to that Sting that I knew. Like the
No, I felt like WWE did it so much better, dude. Because nobody saw that coming.
No, I'm talking about as far as like the entrance. I'm
The
not
feeling.
talking about
Just the feeling that it gave.
because they came with the song. Whoever did the theme song felt more Sting to me than the WWE version, which I still like.
I just feel like WWE just presented him.
They did
way better.
They did,
but WWE has this huge production budget. You know what I mean? So they can give you a show like nobody else can. And that's one of the things you got to give them props on. Because, all right, so like tonight when it came to this Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the Universal title, Roman's interest felt like it went on forever.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it's true.
It did.
And I'm like, how many sets of fireworks does this guy get?
It went on forever.
He got fireworks on the stage. He got fireworks in the ring. And not just on the stage and in the ring, multiple things bursting.
Yeah.
I'm like, good God. They just spared no expense on Roman.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
The hottest new talents in pro wrestling today are in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. Subscribe today for all the action. YouTube.com/ProWrestlingAZ. Catch the excitement.
Previously on Broken Link Radio.
Jim, do you have any idea what's going on with Kim Jong-un right now? Everything's cool.
Oh, all good.
He was hiding from coronavirus. As an intelligence officer, if you can't tell if somebody's dead or alive, that's pretty rough. That's a big miss.
That's pretty big. So he's going to get anti-aircraft artillery, but it's based on like a group of like a Jewish guy or like a Jewish group of, I don't know if they're spies or what. It was a tab that I created. And
Broken Link Radio.
You know that I'm greedy for love.
Be sure to check out Arizona Wrestling Federation action on February 13th as the AWF returns to the AWF Arena in Phoenix with dire consequence. Buy tickets now at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com. Hey everybody, this is JP, the Man of Steel here on RGTR. If you enjoy what you hear on my sports updates, hey, be sure to join me starting on February 18th as I'll be joined by Paul Baker and U.S. Army soldier Jordan Cruz as we discuss all the latest and greatest sports happenings from Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the National Football League, and the National Basketball Association right here on RGTR with Kings at a Roundtable. You're going to get sports discussion and a roundtable discussion that is truly fit for a king. Again, check out Kings at the Roundtable every Thursday night starting on February 18th right here on RGTR, Sports That Matter.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
That's the only thing I don't like about the pandemic era because they feel like everybody needs fireworks and they don't.
Well, I am very, very happy to see fireworks back.
I know, I am too. I'm very excited to see that Roman. Randy got his kind of old school pyro back.
The pyro, the Randy pyro.
That.
I love that. I love Bailey having pyro.
Yeah.
I love Sasha's entrance. It just
Cause
adds
they
to it.
then one, was it last week or the week before? One of them weeks, they can say, "Where's my pyro?" Oh, there it is.
Yeah, see, I mean, it's just adds a new. It just adds an element to the entrance that's not there without it.
Do you know how disturbed I was to hear Kane come out with no pyro?
I mean, that's the thing.
I seen that legitimately scared Mark Henry before multiple times. When he came out of back, it was when he came back when
I mean, it scared nobody more than Jerry Lawler every week. Every single week.
Yeah, he jumping under the table and shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because I got a few new age people that work at my job, and they be talking about, oh, I like this about wrestling. I'm like, y'all don't know. See, y'all grew up in the era with internet. We didn't have internet back then.
No, we were tape traders.
Dirt sheets was dirt sheets for real.
Tape traders is what we called each other.
And I said, I'm so old school, y'all don't even know about tips and tricks. Oh, what is tips and tricks, do you say? Oh, that's the magazine you picked up when you didn't know codes for the games.
For the games, I remember all of that.
Right.
Nintendo.
You know what I'm saying? PlayStation magazine with the demos and all of that.
I remember all of that stuff. But back then, no one cared about getting burned by pyro or any fire hazards. It wasn't really that serious.
It wasn't.
I remember being at Bad Blood 1997. And when
that was here.
Yeah, it was in St. Louis at the Kiel Center back then.
Yep.
When The Undertaker came out, it literally got cold in the entire building. Like, literally got cold. And when Kane came out, you could feel the heat from the pyro, like, damn near touching your face. Mm-hmm. It was so high. But now they have to be safe with it, especially after watching Jeff Hardy get exploded by his pyro.
And let's not forget, again, in St. Louis, when Undertaker got burned up in that Elimination Chamber match.
I remember that
when the pyro went off by accident, and this motherfucker had, what degree burns did he have?
Second
degree. They just pouring that goddamn water on his ass the whole time he was in there, and he came out punching everybody in the face.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, see, that's what I'm. So they have to be safer now. But since there's no,
that's in the chamber. Matter of fact, it happened.
Yeah, but since there's no audience, they don't have to be as cautious.
Right.
So I'm hoping that come WrestleMania, when they do have a limited audience, that they don't cut it.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? So anyway, okay, Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, that match kind of went all over the place. There was times when I was interested, there were times when I was uninterested, and then there was things that made me go, what the fuck is happening?
There were a few crazy ass spots in that match though, Art.
That forklift.
Like the forklift, okay, so Roman Reigns is laid out on a table. Kevin Owens drives a forklift over there, and climbs to the top, and then swan-toms him through it. Like that was crazy, man. There was so many spots in that match. What's up, boy?
The forklift was already over there. The forklift was already over there.
Yeah, the forklift was already there.
But
he raised it up.
Time out. Forget
it up, though.
Time out. Forget the forklift. How about Roman running this man over in the golf cart?
I've never seen that before. That was
insane.
Literally ran this man through with a golf cart.
That was crazy. That was like the Stone Cold car hit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, we ain't got to find out who did this because we know
who did it. He stepped out.
Right, like, boy, get your ass out the way.
Oh man, and not just that though, but what upset me about this and got me kind of, off edge was the referee fucking up the count when Paul Heyman was trying to unlock the cuffs.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
He got to the 6 count.
He stopped at like 6.
Yeah, he got to a 6 count and then just stopped when he realized that Heyman couldn't undo the cuffs.
I mean, there's a way the match has to end, though.
But
they could have did anything. They could have, attack this rep so he'll stop counting it. But he just stopped counting.
He just stopped counting.
Like, they didn't do nothing to try to fix it. Like, all right, well, I know this is what we're supposed to do. So, hey, man, attack him, knock him out real quick. He'll just wake up. Something.
But the thing was,
it don't matter, Roman, man. Undertaker used to do it all the time.
After he stopped counting, Roman got to his feet, still cuffed. So he could have been on his feet, still cuffed.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where you can't afford to make those type of mistakes with the type of smarks we have out here these days.
And with the social media and everything, because
they're gonna drive
they know everything.
Yeah, they're gonna drive.
It was people saying that Becky was coming back tonight.
I was
Brock
hoping
she was hitting, man. She
Hell,
was
even one person even said, "Oh, there's a possibility that Stone Cold could show up." Man, Stone Cold ain't showing up. Come on.
I mean, people are reaching for anything to grab a hold on and feel that they have a connection with it, because right now it feels like a lot of people don't have too many connections with a lot of superstars these days.
Yeah.
Everybody had a favorite back in the day. But now...
But we didn't know them for real, though. And then with all this open social media, like, for instance, Roman is a heel on TV, but then you can go right on Instagram and he doing the interview talking about all this other shit he doing, and they kind of kill it. Like,
yeah, I mean,
crazy.
Kayfabe is
it's dead. It's dead.
I don't want to say it's dead because we still get surprises.
We do.
Yeah, but it's few and far in between because of the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to keep
it's
things
hard
quiet
to keep
these
things a
days.
secret. It's hard. It's real hard, and you got to give them credit when they can. Like Carlito.
Yeah, because we didn't hear about him. I was glad to see my dude.
Yeah, me too.
Because he was supposed to have been there on Legends Night, and the story was he didn't show up because he's like, "What I'm gonna come there for just to be in the backstage segment," which I understand.
And I feel that. You
That
know,
make a whole lot of sense to me.
wrestle.
I was saying,
I show up for the Rumble. That's bigger than just showing up in the backstage segment.
Yeah. But anyway, to finish off Roman and KO.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot. Roman Reigns finally got uncuffed, and he just jumps right at KO with the guillotine.
I'm talking, man.
Immediately.
The way that matchup is, I was kind of like, I was like, what the heck?
Anticlimactic. It was just very anticlimactic. It just kind of ended abruptly.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
The hottest new talents in pro wrestling today are in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. Subscribe today for all the action. YouTube.com/ProWrestlingAZ. Catch the excitement.
Previously on Broken Link Radio.
Jim, do you have any idea what's going on with Kim Jong-un right now? Everything's cool.
Oh, all good.
He was hiding from coronavirus. As an intelligence officer, if you can't tell if somebody's dead or alive, that's pretty rough. That's a big miss.
That's pretty big. So he's going to get anti-aircraft artillery, but it's based on like a group of like a Jewish guy or like a Jewish group of, I don't know if they're spies or what. It was a tab that I created. And
Broken Link Radio.
You know that I'm greedy for love.
Be sure to check out Arizona Wrestling Federation action on February 13th as the AWF returns to the AWF Arena in Phoenix with Dire Consequence. Buy tickets now at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com. Hey everybody, this is JP, the Man of Steel here on RGTR. If you enjoy what you hear on my sports updates, hey, be sure to join me starting on February 18th as I'll be joined by Paul Baker and U.S. Army soldier Jordan Cruz as we discuss all the latest and greatest sports happenings from Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the National Football League, and the National Basketball Association right here on RGTR with Kings at a Roundtable. You're going to get sports discussion and a roundtable discussion that is truly fit for a king. Again, check out Kings at a Roundtable every Thursday night starting on February 18th right here on RGTR, Sports That Matter.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
Right.
Roman got uncuffed from the handcuffs, and once he got uncuffed, KO was supposed to have been on his feet and been revived by this time.
Supposed to have been on all
and supposed to have been on, but as soon as Roman got uncuffed, he snatched KO up in the guillotine, choked him out, made him pass out.
Ludicrous. If you're tired, be quiet and
go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he did.
Made him go to sleep.
So y'all think Roman and KO finna keep going?
No, I hope not, man. I was tired of this match after the steel cage.
I think because of their track record,
that's
I think
3-0.
We might get. I'm gonna say we're gonna get maybe 1 or 2. Maybe we might get 1 or 2 more.
I say we'll get one more non-title match that KO will win, just so he can save some type of face, because he's 3-0 against Roman right now, and there's no point of him even fighting him again.
I mean, I've been enjoying this feud, but I'd like to see some new blood with Roman Reigns myself.
I don't even care about the new blood. I just don't want it to be
different
KO.
Person. I mean, what I meant to say, him face somebody else.
Because the way they building Roman up is like him and the fam finna just take over SmackDown.
No, I feel like the way that it was going, the perfect storyline for them to run with at this moment is Shinsuke. Because Shinsuke got jumped by them to put Adam Pearce in the match, who didn't even get in the match, and then Shinsuke feuded with Jay the next week. And I don't think they should let that go. Shinsuke for the title with his face music would be a good way to go from there.
I can see Roman and Shinsuke going at it.
I don't see Shinsuke beating Roman at all, but
it'd be a good feud.
It'd be a good feud. It'd be a good place to go from here.
Right.
Because somebody's got to move on from Kevin Owens. I mean, he's got to move on from here somehow. I don't know how, but he's definitely got to.
All right, so Miz Roman time was the main event.
Definitely. So Edge and Randy were 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Edge immediately jumped out the ring and goes after Orton. Fight. And then
gets the chair.
I mean, it didn't really pick up for me per se until Bobby Lashley got in there. And when Lashley got in there, shit got real.
Yeah.
You know how in the Rumble you be like, you be like, okay, the ring getting full up now, the ring getting too full. Okay, he going Big Star now. Well, he going Big Guy now, and he gonna clean the ring up. That's what I was thinking throughout this whole battle royal. I'm like, oh man, this ring getting too full now.
Well, I thought it was gonna be Kane once his music hit. That was gonna be the one that started eliminating people, but Bobby came in and
just demolished people.
Man, he is looking so dominant right now.
That's true.
I didn't call Kane for being in the Rumble. I said, shit, it'd be good if Kane showed up just because.
No, Kane...
And I'd be damned if he didn't show up.
No, Kane showing up is just... I think it's a slap in the face to other people, because as long as he keeps showing up, he'll always have the record for being in the most Rumbles.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna just take me out the record books.
I'm just saying, because he got the record for most it was the most consecutive. At first, he missed one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but he still got the record for most Rumble appearances.
18. He got 18 Royal Rumble appearances. Yeah. So it's somebody that's on his bumper right now, but they're never gonna beat him if he keeps showing up.
Who on his bumper?
It's I want to say the Miz.
The Miz is nowhere near 18.
He's at like 14 though.
He got here in like 2006. He wasn't even. 2007 was his first Royal Rumble, so he had like 14.
14.
Yeah. Well, he's nowhere near catching Kane then.
I mean, if
Kane stopped showing up,
he only pulled away.
He's still got a
Miz still got years left.
If Kane stopped showing up,
yeah,
he got a chance.
Miz would catch him. I get what you're saying.
There's a couple other guys that, because Ray's close to him, I believe.
Yeah, Ray should be pretty close.
Yeah, Ray
should be close to the Miz.
Ray close to him. I think Randy close to him.
Yeah, Randy should be close to him. But they're never going to catch him because he keeps showing up.
Yeah. All right, so...
It's like having the most eliminations. Like, now there's a tie. Because Braun Strowman, it counts for the greatest Royal Rumble, which I don't understand why.
That either. Because it was
13.
13.
Kane had
Roman
11.
had it at one point.
No, Kane had 11. Then Roman beat him with 12.
Yeah.
Bryan beat him with 13, and then Brock tied it at the actual Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so
I thought it different from that. I thought right to the record.
No, Roman had the record after Kane had the first record, which was 11.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Roman broke that when he eliminated 12.
Right.
And then Strowman broke that at the Greatest Royal Rumble with 13.
And then
Brock tied it at the Royal Rumble when he was champion.
Yeah.
I don't count that. I'm sorry.
That was the only night where I was finna quit wrestling.
Nah, bro. That was the greatest.
I was finna quit wrestling. I'm not even bullshitting. I said if his ass win, I'm done.
Brock was pretty cool throwing all them people out of the Royal Rumble.
The best.
It was kind of dope.
That moment between him and Keith Lee, that was great.
And the moment between him and Drew McIntyre where Drew finally eliminates him all.
Man, that made the crowd go bananas.
But I'm saying though,
Brock is
he eliminated him, but he had to have help.
Brock is an amazing worker.
He
y'all just got to
when
give
he
it
want
up
to be,
him.
yeah.
Man, y'all just got to give it up to him. He just
These
he's
days,
a
he
Hall of
When he
Famer.
want to be, yeah.
These days
He wants to be all the
more
time.
than he does it, though. Like, these days, he wants to be the great worker more than he doesn't want to be the great worker.
He's put over more people probably in the past 5 years.
So
than he's done his whole career.
explain the stranglehold. That was my only issue with him.
What stranglehold?
He means a stranglehold.
Him being gone for months at a time with the belt when we know they got a 30-day rule.
Oh, well, that's Vince's problem.
I'm saying. So explain that.
Vince is going to Once again, I'm telling you, certain people just have that type of seniority, dude, in their contract. And Brock Lesnar is one of those people that's worth millions of dollars wherever he goes. Whether it's football, UFC, WWE,
I ain't gonna say football.
no matter what. No matter
I'm not
what.
gonna say football because Brock never started no season
It doesn't
games
matter.
in football.
He still made money.
No, he
matter
did not.
What
Not
he
in football, he didn't.
No matter what he chooses to do, he's gonna make money.
When it comes
And
to-
wherever he goes, he's gonna bring your company money.
Except for the NFL.
He's the only
when
person
he went
I
to
know.
UFC,
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
The hottest new talents in pro wrestling today are in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. Subscribe today for all the action. YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling AZ. Catch the excitement.
Previously on Broken Link Radio.
Jim, do you have any idea what's going on with Kim Jong-un right now? Everything's cool.
Oh, all good.
He was hiding from coronavirus. As an intelligence officer, if you can't tell if somebody's dead or alive, that's pretty rough. That's a big miss.
That's pretty big. So he's going to get anti-aircraft artillery, but it's based on like a group of Jewish guy or like a Jewish group of, I don't know if they're spies or what. It was a tab that I created. And
Broken Link Radio.
You know that I'm greedy for love.
Be sure to check out Arizona Wrestling Federation action on February 13th as the AWF returns to the AWF Arena in Phoenix with dire consequence. Buy tickets now at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com. Hey everybody, this is JP, the Man of Steel here on RGTR. If you enjoy what you hear on my sports updates, hey, be sure to join me starting on February 18th as I'll be joined by Paul Baker and U.S. Army soldier Jordan Cruz as we discuss all the latest and greatest sports happenings from Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the National Football League, and the National Basketball Association right here on RGTR with Kings at a Roundtable. You're going to get sports discussion and a roundtable discussion that is truly fit for a king. Again, check out Kings at a Roundtable every Thursday night starting on February 18th right here on RGTR, Sports That Matter.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
He's the only person I know that can walk back to Vince McMahon, throw the belt at Vince McMahon like fuck you, and still come back.
Right.
because he got further, but not everywhere he went. UFC, yes, because I think he still got the record for highest grossing pay-per-view or most pay-per-view.
No, Conor McGregor definitely broke that.
When?
all the time.
Guys, we
Every
got like
single time Connor's on.
8 minutes left.
Yes.
We haven't got to the winner of the Royal Rumble yet.
Okay. To me, the Royal Rumble got amped when Bobby Lashley turned up, and that shit was dope. The final 5 people that was in the Rumble ended up being, Randy got hurt early.
Right.
Cause
quote unquote.
Man cost me a shot.
Who I called, I said was coming back.
I didn't think he was coming back.
Gave him the execution on the table and then beat him in the legs with a chair. And Randy walked off limping and didn't come back until the very, very, very end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the final people that were in there.
He was smart on that. He was smart.
Yeah, that was smart.
The
last people that were in there were the returning Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Excited about him coming back.
Too.
Yeah. Edge
was in there.
Christian.
Of all people.
And Braun Strowman.
Ugh.
And the crazy part is Braun's got in a headlock by Edge, who's being helped by Seth Rollins to push him over. Christian kind of goes over there, and then fucking Seth Rollins eliminates Christian and Braun at the same time.
Yeah.
And it ends up being just Seth and Edge in the end. Who fucking expected that?
Exactly.
And then when Edge eliminated Seth Rollins, Randy slides in with the RKO.
Yeah.
And I thought that was ball game. Yeah. He goes to throw him out, and Edge reverses it.
And then Edge
wins the Royal Rumble. I am very disappointed.
Like, I love Edge as much as anybody else, but I don't think I can rock with this one. Not
because it
not
goes,
going for a title at WrestleMania.
It goes back to what people have been saying about WWE for a long time. When it comes to the big game matches, they rely on old
former stars
instead of building up the younger people, and that's my issue that I had. It's crazy. Like I like Edge, and I'm an Edge fan. But
I'm an Edge fan too.
Like, come on, dog. Like, you can be on the card at WrestleMania, but not the main event, though. Like,
going for the WWE or Universal title.
Okay, now I can say I am very disappointed in Edge winning, but I get it.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I get it, but it's just
because he sells tickets. That's the biggest thing.
It's not even that he sells tickets. No. This might be Edge's last chance.
It's a redemption story.
It's his redemption story, man. It's him coming back from 9 years after triple fusion neck surgery, only to get injured again on his road back when he had like a huge return. That was like major right there, and he could have really boosted off of that, but he got injured again.
To put it to you like this, I put it in football terms.
Nobody understands.
No, listen.
I don't understand.
No, listen.
Talk to me.
Tom Brady, who they call the greatest of all time, his story is he left football. He left New England because he wants to see, they want to see if he can do it without Bill Belichick.
Okay.
Short story. You come back, and the hottest quarterbacks of this time you beat. He done took out Aaron Rodgers. He done took out Drew Brees. And to make it all better, okay, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to take out Patrick Mahomes.
He's not doing that.
No, I don't think he going to do it. But if they're going with the narrative, because football is a lot like wrestling, whether people want to admit to it or not. I got full confidence.
They calling Patrick Mahomes the next Tom Brady.
I know, because
the dude is damn near perfect.
This Kansas, and I'm a diehard Green Bay fan.
Yeah, we see.
But Kansas City Chiefs, this Kansas City Chiefs team,
the dude is damn near perfect.
This Kansas City Chiefs team, I said, is too great for them. Like, they gonna have to pull off some extravagant shit to try to beat them because they just too good.
We already know Super Bowl next
And my dream matchup was supposed to be Rodgers against Mahomes because that's who Mahomes idol. He pattern his shit after his Aaron Rodgers.
All right, we got like 3 minutes left. Hey, Wes, give us your thoughts about Edge winning the Rumble.
Sucks.
I don't agree with it, but it's whatever.
Wes? You over there laughing?
Yeah, he laughing because this shit sucks.
Well, tell us.
You can't stop laughing at us.
It's good for wrestling, Joe. But I think it's gonna be good WrestleMania. I want to see who you gonna pick.
I don't think Edge is that name to draw tickets from Peacock.
Nah.
I think so.
I don't.
For us,
because I was surprised that people reacted the way they did when he returned.
Why would you think that?
Because I didn't think that Edge was that big of a star.
Dog, you tripping.
That people would have that type of reaction. I thought that was saved for the Rocks and Stone Cold.
No, you tripping.
No,
you
he
tripping.
still
You
got
cannot get up.
He got the same response because you got to think, we got Edge back, then they had that match, then he was gone, so we ain't seen him. It's the same thing with Bray. Remember when Bray was
No,
gone?
I'm saying when he came back the first time at the Rumble last year.
Right.
I didn't expect him to have that type of reaction.
And then him and Randy had the match at WrestleMania. He got hurt, and we ain't seen this motherfucker really since then.
He got hurt at the greatest wrestling match
If you really
ever.
look at it,
Yeah.
Backlash.
Ed's
Well,
match
whatever
against
it
Randy
was.
Orton at
Yeah, I lost him.
I'm talking that pay-per-view. I'm talking that pay-per-view that was his pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It was against Randy Orton, and he lost.
But he tore his tricep, basically.
Right.
But anyway,
So really,
I just
Edge really
we'll see.
ain't had a good run. Like he really ain't had a good run like he did back in the day.
We'll see if he can get that off.
Right.
But yeah, that's all we got right now. Matt, tell him where to reach you, bro.
Matt Lindsay on Facebook. You already knows it.
Wes, tell him where to reach you.
You can catch me at Western Fix.
And I'm RDog1 on Instagram, RDog3 on Twitter, Arthur Quinn on Facebook. Hit us up at the Sons of Legends 21 at gmail.com. Give us anything you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
I want to thank D-Mac for joining us.
Yeah.
And I want to thank Wes for joining us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you guys for listening to the Sons of Legends. We'll holler at you guys next week.
Sons of Legends, boy.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.
The hottest new talents in pro wrestling today are in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. Subscribe today for all the action. YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling AZ. Catch the excitement.
Previously on Broken Link Radio.
Jim, do you have any idea what's going on with Kim Jong-un right now? Everything's cool.
Oh, all good.
He was hiding from coronavirus. As an intelligence officer, if you can't tell if somebody's dead or alive, that's pretty rough. That's a big miss.
That's pretty big. So he's going to get anti-aircraft artillery, but it's based on like a group of like a Jewish guy or like a Jewish group of, I don't know if they're spies or what. It was a tab that I created. And
Broken Link Radio.
You know that I'm greedy for love.
Be sure to check out Arizona Wrestling Federation action on February 13th as the AWF returns to the AWF Arena in Phoenix with dire consequence. Buy tickets now at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com. Hey everybody, this is JP, the Man of Steel here on RGTR. If you enjoy what you hear on my sports updates, hey, be sure to join me starting on February 18th as I'll be joined by Paul Baker and U.S. Army soldier Jordan Cruz as we discuss all the latest and greatest sports happenings from Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, the National Football League, and the National Basketball Association right here on RGTR with Kings at a Roundtable. You're going to get sports discussion and a roundtable discussion that is truly fit for a king. Again, check out Kings at a Roundtable every Thursday night starting on February 18th right here on RGTR, Sports That Matter.
You're listening to RGTR, Red Go Talk Radio.